What's going on, guys? This is the Gold Rush podcast coming to you guys live after the 49ers 27-7 win over Seattle. Waiting for my brother. I think he should be here any second. I want to just discuss exactly what happened. Uh, it's nice to have a win. I don't know how to react. I'll just be straight up with you guys. I am kind of at a loss for words. Um, I just don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough. I'm a Niner. I'll make things clear. I'm a Niner fan. I'm a fan of this organization and of the team. Before any particular player. And that injury to Trey, man, that was tough. That was tough. Like I was very much looking forward to having to see how he progresses throughout the year. I was a big component of, and I was telling this to everybody. I want to see him progress. If it means we miss the playoffs, that's fine with me. He is the future of this franchise. He is the guy that we're going to be moving forward. Jimmy Garoppolo will probably not be here now, after this year. And it sucks. It really sucks. It sucks knowing, Shanahan ran our franchise quarterback into the ground. A lot of people were saying, Trey was drafted into the best situation. He was, this and that. But the moment he got drafted here, man, all the kid has been having to do is face adversity with media, with everything, and then the team. It's been tough. And to see the game plan that Shanahan really had for Trey, there is not a throw. There is not a throw that I believe Jimmy did in this game that Trey couldn't have done. I firmly believe that Trey could have completed every single one of those throws. Yeah, maybe the short ones he struggles with, but I don't think the game plan would have been much different. I have a lot of time. I have a lot of trouble believing that. Oh, I think my brother's here. Let's bring him into the chat.
Bring me in, man.
Oh, what up, bro?
Hey, what up, dude? What's going on?
To them. We're already live, so but yeah, there's not a. I was telling everybody I don't think there's a throw that Jimmy did in this game that Trey Lance couldn't have made. Yeah, he would have struggled in the intermediate and the short passes, but the game plan wouldn't have been much different. I don't understand why Shanahan couldn't draw up the same exact plan he had for that Jimmy just did. Why couldn't he do that with Trey? You knew that the corners of the defense of Seattle, that was their weakness, their DBs. Now even not having Jamal Adams back there, that was their weak. Why did you feel the need to run Trey as if he was a running back?
I think it's simple, dude. I think that he believed that Trey couldn't do it. He probably didn't see it in practice. He didn't feel confident enough. He didn't have enough trust in Trey to actually draw plays from like that. I don't think there's much else to it. He just didn't.
That's where I'll push back. It's not about being ready. Because no quarterback, rookie quarterback, technically Trey's not a rookie, but there shouldn't be he doesn't have to be perfect in practice. Shit, Jimmy never is. How many times are we looking at getting news from practice? Jimmy throws a pick. Jimmy throws it to the linebackers. Jimmy throws it to the ground. Jimmy fumbles. Whatever. Like how many times have we heard that coming out of practice? It's not necessarily about having to be perfect in practice to be able to have a game plan. It's about working with your quarterback's strengths, which is for Trey, is he has a good arm. Yes, he can run, but he's accurate down the field. That was the weakness of the Seattle defense. How many times did Jimmy? I think it was twice. He threw deep, didn't complete the pass, but got a PI call. You're telling that's the thing with me, that it's like if you're Trey doesn't have to be quote unquote perfect and going good.
It's not.
He
it's not
just
about being
has to
perfect.
be able to execute the plan that Shanahan develops or he writes up. Right. That's it. Like he doesn't have. No, he is raw, and we knew this. The only way, even Peyton Manning came out and said it. Steve Young came out and said it.
Mhm.
Well, even Eli came out and said it. It's about repetitions in live games that makes you better, not practice or not sitting. So it shouldn't matter if Trey is not perfect or in practice isn't being to what Shanahan. That is not developing a quarterback. You're
No. See,
essentially what he did was, if that was the case, he felt like that was the wrong pick. If you wanted a quarterback that was ready to come in, you should have gone with Mac Jones. He
no,
was
well, you
he was
know,
the one that everybody was saying was most NFL ready. If that's what he wanted, but he wanted upside.
okay.
Well,
All
to
right.
get upside,
Well,
you have to develop, and to develop,
okay.
you have to play. You
Okay.
and the
Well,
way that I don't have an issue with Trey running. I have an issue with the way Shanahan was running him. Why are you running him through the tackles? Man,
mhm.
he's getting hit by two three
Well,
hundred pound men at a time.
well,
Where was
dude,
the
I
expect?
understand. I understand all this stuff, but the truth is, I mean, the fact of the matter is that Shanahan did not have enough trust in Trey to dial up plays like he did for Jimmy. What he saw throughout training camp, throughout practice, yes, he might have been doing good in practice or whatever, or or like you said, it doesn't matter until it's a live game or whatever. He's trying to win the game. He was trying to win the game, and the only way that he figured to win the game, which is a stupid way, I agree that it's a stupid ass way, was to run him through the tackles. And what did he just do? He just injured his quarterback, and now he's gonna go with
if
Jimmy.
again
And
then
but
that
let me finish.
okay.
And now what they said is that I was hearing the reporters. They're saying that Trey Lance's injury could be season ending. So
Like a
this is going to
present.
be Jimmy's. This is going to be Jimmy's team again, is what they're saying. And so now what? Now what's the plan? Shanahan did a very poor for being such a genius offensive coordinator, a genius head coach. He sure didn't come up with very good plays for Trey. If all he could think of was was to run him through the tackles, then that's not a very good offensive play caller. And another thing, because
Yeah.
he saw so much potential in Trey, right? He saw so much potential, and he felt enough to spend three picks on him, three high round picks on Trey Lance, and his whole plan was to run him through the tackles, or either that, or he didn't scout him good enough. Like somebody didn't do their job here. And Shanahan is a part of that. And like I was saying, I tweeted it. I really hope that Jed York holds Kyle accountable for this, because he just threw away three picks. He threw away another season of Trey Lance, is what he did. Okay, so now it's a season-ending injury, and so what's going to happen? So now it's going to be Jimmy's team, and so now Trey's behind another 2 years in the NFL, and then a year out of a university. He hasn't played football in basically 3 years. So how's that going to work for next year? You don't got picks. We don't got picks. So what's he going to do? He's gonna shine Jimmy again. Is that really the plan? Because like I was saying, that's a ridiculous plan. And somebody's, Jed, stop being a bitch. Jed, hold your fucking head coach accountable for what he did. Let him know that what he did was wrong. Like, I know everybody's gonna forget. I already know that everybody's gonna forget, because winning cures everything, right? Okay, Jimmy came in, and when Jimmy came in, we saw the demeanor of the team go. It switched. It was like a light switch. Everybody started playing really hard, and everybody was super excited or whatever. But it's sad. It's sad to see a young player's a career be handled like that. If you really didn't have a plan for Trey Lance when you drafted
Hold
him,
on.
if you knew that he was going to be,
Shanahan's on.
well, we can't play that. It's copyrighted. You can't play it on here.
Uh, that.
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
we'll
we'll
go
be
back
we'll
and
be
listen to it.
we'll be back then after
We'll go
after
back. No,
the.
no, we'll see our opinions right now. We'll go back and listen to it, and we'll probably talk about it
Yeah.
sometime
But
during the
all
week.
I'm saying is I'm pissed off, dude. I'm pissed off at how Kyle dialed up these plays, of how Kyle treated Trey Lance. Yes, of course, like I was saying, he couldn't. The only way he felt Shanahan, the only way Shanahan felt that Trey could win this game was through running him through the tackles. And so that just
Then
tells me that he did a very bad job at scouting Trey Lance and wasting three picks. Because if
see,
if he
that's the
was that
thing. That's the like.
undeveloped.
Look, that's the thing. I don't think the pick was wrong. I don't think the pick was wrong. I think it was the right pick because Trey has all the traits that you want of an elite quarterback. What I think, and this is my opinion, that if Trey or I'm sorry, if Shanahan wanted a quarterback that could be plug and play, Trey was not the guy, and he made that commitment. And so to me, to your point, his scouting was wrong. He chose the wrong player. The fact that he can scheme up types of games like the one that happened right now on the fly, because you heard it on the broadcast when that I forgot the girl's name.
Yeah, it went
He
from
said that
like
he had to
80%
throw out
running.
the majority
Mhm.
of the playbook to plug
Mhm.
in Jimmy. Those
What do you mean?
passes
What
were very
majority of the
mediocre, bro.
playbook?
Like
All he did was run him through the tackles. He had to throw away
no,
2 pages.
exactly,
That's it.
and that's what I'm saying though. Like if he had to throw away half the playbook to plug in Jimmy and have him succeed, why can't you do that with Trey? There's
Well, I'm
nothing
telling you,
special
I
about
was
Jimmy. There is not a throw that he
well, but
made that was like
look, dude.
special.
Look, the fact of the matter is, Jimmy's in there now. It's gonna be his team now. But I'm just saying, like it's very sad to see a young player's career be handled this way. And this might be the second time he did that because he did
He
that
did RG3.
to RG3. He
Yep.
did that to RG3. So what is this guy doing? This guy is no
Look,
quarterback whisperer. He doesn't know how to. He shouldn't be allowed to select the quarterback because he can't. He can't do it. Look what he did
it's
to this young man's career.
it's
It's
like
it's sad.
it's very frustrating. See, because I was a Fields guy going into the draft. I thought Fields was the best one out of the bunch that was going to be available at the third round pick. I was a Fields guy, but then they chose Trey, and I did my research on Trey. I saw what kind of a quarterback he was at North Dakota. He was good.
My feeling
Look,
on it was, goddamn, he must have seen something very special in Trey to
where
draft him
it's like it's,
so inexperienced with so little so
yeah,
little
so
video
being so
out on him,
wrong.
so little film out on who Trey Lance is. He felt
Look,
confident enough to spend 3 picks, and this is in no way Trey's fault. The
to your
dude
point,
was
bro.
dealt a
To your point from I believe it was 2 videos ago, where you were like, where was all the plays that you guys were quote unquote writing up on the plane? Where are
yeah.
those plays at? He's your starting quarterback now. If this was your quote unquote plays you were running up for Trey Lance because you were so excited, man, what is this? What is this nonsense, bro?
Yeah.
I have never I hate Seattle. I don't like their fan
Yeah, I mean,
base.
I said it
I just
before. I
they're
said it
very
on at our video before this. Before the game, I said fuck the Seahawks, and I still say it right now. Fuck the
yeah.
Seahawks. I don't
Like
care.
look, I don't I look I just think their fan base has they it was it's ever since Russell Wilson was in there it was tough, and I'll be the first to admit I was hella happy when he left. The one thing that I disliked about Seattle fans is the cockiness. Like they forget real quick. Like with when Wilson went back. Look, let's not talk about this. This is about the dub, right? But regardless of the thing, I'm not saying I hate all Seattle fans. There's some cool ones out there.
No, me
They're just
neither. But the
they're
majority, well, I hate the
the
franchise. I hate the
rivalry is there,
franchise.
right?
I'll treat
But like,
them, each fan as, I guess, a regular person. But if you're a Seahawks fan,
look,
you're not starting in
in
the
my
middle. You're
opinion,
kind of starting down
I
here because,
haven't been this
that's just what it is.
disappointed.
Sorry.
I haven't been this disappointed in a victory over Seattle ever,
I've never
ever.
been. Yeah,
I've
usually I'd
never
be
like I've like
ecstatic about
I should
this
be
win
up in the
over a
air
franchise
and
that I don't like.
like the fact that we shut out their offense, we shut down DK. That their only score came off of a blocked field
Of a
goal.
defensive play, yeah,
Yeah,
or
and
a
it's
special
like
teams play, I guess you'd say.
yeah, and
It
I
sucks,
really
man.
look whether and this is what I've been preaching on Rob's lives, on Grant's lives, on Hammer's lives, on Jesse's lives, on all those lives. I always pushed it that if Trey got injured and Jimmy had to come in, if Jimmy doesn't win a Super Bowl, it's a failed season. It was a failed season if they sit Trey, if he gets injured, because to your point, what are we benefiting from this, guys? Honestly, think
Well,
about
I
it.
don't know, man.
Jimmy's not gonna be here next year. All we're doing
Well, let's talk
is
about that.
putting.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk
Okay.
about if Jimmy's going to be here next year because it
Honestly,
looks like
right
he
now, I'll
probably
admit
is.
maybe
He
he
probably
will
is
be.
going to be here because they're not going to play Trey. What did I just finish saying? The kid is going to be 3 years removed from football. You know, he
Okay.
didn't play. He didn't play 2020 because of COVID. He didn't play this year, and now he's not going to play another year
Well, he didn't
because
play
he just
that
got
last
injured. So,
year
so,
and this year.
so that's three years removed from football. You really think they're going to trust him to
They
actually,
have
you
no
know?
choice though, bro. They
Well,
have
he's going
no
to be a
choice because
backup. You know, they're going to keep
if
him.
you sit Trey again another year, that means his third
No,
year coming in. You sit
there
him
is no
again.
sitting him another year. They're just gonna keep him as a backup, dude. Like,
They're not.
okay,
They're
so
not
let's
because
see.
I'll tell you this: if the Niners, let's say that, like, and let's say worst case scenario, they miss the playoffs. How hectic, how hot do you think Shanahan's
Well,
team's gonna be?
I hope it's
Because
very
look,
hot
yeah,
because this guy's
they should.
mishandled. I'm telling you, he ruined two quarterbacks' career, two
Look.
young players'
Hold on.
careers, and how
Let
sad
me
is
talk.
that,
Let me
man?
talk. Look,
Okay, go for it.
let's say that they miss the playoffs. It's a very real possibility. Our schedule is hard, bro. From here going out, you got Denver, then we got the Rams, then we got two easy games in Carolina and Atlanta. And Atlanta doesn't look that easy. They almost came back on the Rams. And then you
Well, the
still got the
Carolina
Chiefs.
Panthers just won.
Yeah, you got the Chiefs, and then you got the Bucks. You know, and then who else is it? There's other team. I forgot the other teams. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but
Well,
those are hard stretches of games,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like, look, there's a couple of throws that Jimmy did. It was in the rain, but whatever. But that were also ducks that they should have been picked. Like, and then
Yeah.
people aren't
But I'm
realizing
not.
that they weren't picked. But man, they were either high or they were short or they're
Well,
bouncing off
you know
defenders.
what the
And
excuse is?
look,
Looks.
it's a very
Well,
real possibility that we could miss the playoffs. And if we do,
I hope. Well,
they're not going to bring Jimmy back because we lost the season with him. What's the point of bringing him back? So now you're going to have to go to Trey as an inexperienced quarterback coming off of a major
yeah.
injury. You're
Yeah.
stacking the
So,
chips
so,
against this
so,
kid.
so,
Like,
so the no, the fact of the matter is that Shanahan just screwed the shit out of the fucking 49ers. He just shit the bed bad, dude. Because
yeah,
Jimmy has a what is it, a no trade clause where he can go wherever the fuck he wants, you know.
yeah, and
And
it's only a
hopefully
1 year
he
deal.
really is buddy
He
with all
might
these
not
guys
want to
because
come
he
back
might.
next year.
Yeah.
Have you guys thought of
Why
that?
would he? Why would he? You know the way the 49ers treated him, the way the fan base. I mean, even me, you know, like.
Look, even from a money standpoint, like, he's gonna play out the rest of the year. If he looks decent, he's gonna get more money on the open market than what the Niners are gonna be willing to give him, because the Niners are
Yeah.
gonna have to make him a second string
Well,
quarterback. You don't think
look.
he's gonna want to go somewhere for make more money and be a starter? Unless he shits the bed and we miss the playoffs anyway,
Well,
then maybe
he
he'll come
already
back
shit the
for the
bed.
same
The
price.
only way of unshitting this bed is to freaking to win the Super Bowl because this is the
And
Super Bowl.
that's how
Hey,
I
look
see
at
it in my eyes.
like the whole national media is saying this is their Super Bowl window, right? Okay, so this is now that window is this far open now. If they don't win it this year, they are for sure not winning it next year, the following year, because there's the
Look,
development needs to happen within Trey Lance, and you don't have
two
picks,
things.
and you don't have. So it's
The
like.
other things that other channels probably won't want to talk about, not talking shit to any other channels or anything like that, or even the national media. To your point, they say that this is our Super Bowl window, right? If our Super Bowl window is open right now, and everybody was like, "This is their year," and they gotta go all in with Jimmy and sit Trey another year for what? If you develop Trey the right way, he gets better. You're having a Super Bowl window for the next 2 years, 3 years, depending on how his contract is a 5 year. So would it be 3 years? 3 years, you'll have a Super Bowl window. So now essentially, since Trey got hurt, you traded that 3 year possible Super Bowl window for a 1 year on a quarterback that is not going to be here next year. Like,
Well, we
why are
don't. I'm
people
not
not
going to talk in
understanding this?
absolutes
Like,
because we
where
don't
am I
know.
speaking to like some different alien language? Like,
Nah,
it's
but you
common
are
sense, man.
speaking. What you're saying is not a matter of a fact. It's also speculations. We don't know if Jimmy's going to be here next year. He might be, but the fact of the matter is that Jimmy and that what is an absolute is that Shanahan now set back Trey Lance for another year with the way he called this game, with the way he schemed the game for Trey Lance by running him through the tackles. That was
Richie,
horrible,
let,
dude.
let's do
And
let's
okay,
do something really
well,
quick.
okay,
Hold on. I want to do something really fast. So, uh, I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead and
hmm
like kind of talk to the to the faithful.
okay, I
Tell
can
them kind
talk
of
to.
your point of view. What I want to do is I'm gonna mute my mic. I want to listen to the
Mhm.
to kind of just to where what kind of
Okay,
injury Trey has, so that we can come
yeah,
on back. I'll come back and we
that
could
sounds
talk about
great to me, man. Let's do
it.
it.
All right.
What's up, faithful? This is Rick Munoz coming at you after a win over the Seahawks, and it's so much of a bittersweet victory. A franchise that has been a rival of the Niners for what since I could remember. Since like. Well, I'm not going to say since I could remember, since Russell Wilson has been there, basically. We just beat them. And the main storyline should be Kyle Shanahan just threw away another year of development for Trey Lance because of the way he schemed uh, the play calling for Trey Lance. Trey Lance, I was hearing the reporters throughout the game, and they were saying that towards the end of the game, they were saying that this could be a season-ending injury for Trey Lance, and that's very sad because he just this kid's career was just starting, and now it's set back another year. Like I was saying before on the beginning of this live podcast video, he didn't play in 2020 because of COVID at his university. He didn't play last year because Shanahan didn't want to get fired, and now he's not going to play again this year.
Okay.
Most likely
So
because he got okay.
so
What's the injury update?
So it says 49ers QB trade that suffered a fractured ankle versus Seattle and will go under and
Mhm.
go undergo season-ending surgery. So pretty much what we assume. It's a
Season-ending
fractured
surgery.
ankle. It's an
Season-ending.
ending surgery. Yep.
Yeah, he's like I was just saying. So this is what Shanahan did. He ran him through the tackles because that's all he could come up with. He's such a genius. He's such a
Oh my
genius
God, bro!
offensive
Damn.
coordinator that all he could come
Ooh.
up with was run him through the tackles. With all the weapons that he has, all he could do was run him through the tackles. Right? I saw shovel passes. I saw backwards passes to Debo. Why couldn't he scheme that up for Trey Lance? And guess what?
Exactly.
We'll never fucking know. You know why? Because all he did was run him through the tackles. And now Trey Lance is going to be set back another year, and the Niners. I like I'm saying. I hope Jed York has the balls to actually fucking tell Shanahan, if you don't fucking win a Super Bowl this year, and I hope you have a very good plan for next year. Because if not, if all you're telling me is that you're going to re-sign Jimmy, you need to get the fuck out of here. You need to get the fuck out of here because that is a horrible plan, and you are no head coach. You
Look,
are an
and then
offensive coordinator.
you know what he said right now? He said they asked him was how do you feel about having to run Trey multiple times through the tackles? And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh well, when a quarterback or when any player gets hurt with a play that I designed, I feel bad about it, and I want to obviously not take that play back. And I'm like, I'll say this to him: you're telling me that through all the fucking sorry, I won't cuss all the plays you could have designed, right? Because designed plenty for Jimmy apparently, because the playing game plan was completely different apparently. You feel bad about it now. You should have felt bad about it when you were running your quarterback and he was pushing his body to the limit, getting hits to get first downs just for you to cause shitty fucking plays. Then you should have felt bad about it. You shouldn't feel bad right now that you got him injured because this is what you were doing. And if nobody and anybody in that
Everybody
coaching
said it
staff,
was it
if
was
anybody in that
inevitable.
coaching staff did not come to you and tell you, hey, I don't think this is a good idea. I mean, we got running backs, we got fullbacks, and we got Debo. I don't think it's a good idea to be running our quarterback to the fucking ground. Sorry, I can't say that.
Hmm
If
Yeah,
nobody
man.
came to you and told you that, fire them. Shit, fire yourself. Like, if that did not occur into your head, hey, I could get this kid hurt. And then it's going to set back, the team and the franchise at
Hmm
least another year after
Yeah.
this year. If you
I
did
hope he
not
has
think
a good
about
plan.
that,
Yeah.
you are not the coach to develop this kid. And if you aren't, what Jed York should say to himself is evaluate Shanahan at the end of the year. how is this the right guy to develop this kid? Because you have so
Nah.
much invested
You
into
know
him.
what?
And if he is not the guy, he's got to go. He's
Yeah.
got to
You
go
know
because
what?
you
It's
have
sad.
for the first time a guy in a while, other than Kaepernick, that has elite traits. I'm not saying we'll be elite because we don't know what Trey will be, but he has the
We're
traits
never
and the
gonna. We're not
mentality.
gonna find out this year alone,
Well,
and
obviously
maybe
not. But I'm
he
just saying,
just.
like, I'm just saying where the season ends with Jimmy under the center because if they don't make the playoffs or they go in and they go into the playoffs, lose the
And
first
you know
round, what is
what?
the point?
Everybody's gonna call Shanahan a genius because he kept Jimmy. He's so smart, because
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
like come on, man. Like it's just ridiculous to me. I already know how the national media is going to play this out. That
Yeah.
that that Shanahan is such a genius, and that he should be praised for keeping Jimmy, and that Jimmy only wins, and this and that. But the fact of the matter is, this guy if I was a QB, I'd be like, fuck that. I don't want to go play for Shanahan. This guy,
No. No.
or at least a rookie, I'd be
Yeah.
like, fuck that. Because this guy cannot develop quarterbacks, and he
I
doesn't
would
have the
not be
staff to do it
surprised,
either.
man.
He brought in Bob whatever Greasy to be a counselor to Trey Lance,
Dude, he was.
and like what is he doing? Like what are you
I don't.
doing?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, and I'm like,
But anyways, let's be more positive. We just beat the shit out of the Seahawks. Fuck the Seahawks and let's go Niners.
good stuff.
I hope. What's next? What's next? Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
Let's
we got
see it. I
Russell
guess
Wilson next. We got Russell Wilson next, but they looked horrible,
they didn't look too good.
horrible. Dude, they
Yeah,
booed
they
him.
came back and won it. I
They
think.
booed Russell Wilson
Who, the
in
Broncos?
Denver. Yeah, the fans they booed
Ah,
his ass. He was
well,
horrible.
they're not riding with
They
them.
were about to lose that game to the Houston,
Yeah,
bro.
to Houston. Well, Davis Mills isn't too bad. He really ain't. But
Look, that's gonna. I
I don't
don't
know,
think that
man.
game is gonna be as tough as we think. I think our corners are gonna lock those corners down. And I feel like our D might be able to get
We
to
can
Wilson.
probably beat the
I don't
shit
know,
out of
man.
the
This is looking like a
Broncos. Yeah,
because dude, they booed him, dude, like that because he was
yeah,
horrible. I think he was 4 of 18, like
yeah,
going into like the fourth.
yeah.
That's what,
Yeah,
dude.
well,
I
we'll
mean,
see.
what?
I think
Like,
this is
I
going to be
bet
a
you the
very.
Broncos right now are like, damn, we gave this guy 200 something million
Yeah,
dollars.
they extended his contract before even seeing. He's the next Jimmy G.
Dude,
They
that was
extended his
crazy.
contract
That
before
was
even seeing
crazy.
him play.
So,
It's like, what are you
what
doing?
do
But
you
anyways,
like? All right, let's try to be on a lighter note, right?
all right. My phone is almost dying, so I'll probably be. I'm at 10%. I'll probably be getting out of here in the next 10 minutes. So let's see
All right.
what's going on.
We'll probably won't be on here much longer. I gotta go do this stuff too, anyway. But
Mm.
let's put a lighter note on this. So Jimmy's the quarterback now. So more than likely, what's gonna end up happening is they're probably gonna go back to the offense of last year, right? They're probably gonna go into that offense.
Well, yeah.
It's a good offense.
I mean, it makes sense.
I think the upcoming game versus Denver, I don't think it's gonna be as difficult as other people thought they were.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's a
gonna be a
lighter
dub, to be
note. Yeah.
completely honest, because their head coach looks incompetent. You know, Wilson
The dude,
doesn't.
yeah, he's a
Well,
bad coach
yeah,
for
but
the Denver Broncos. Insane.
Wilson doesn't look horrible, but he doesn't look great either. Like he's still making those
Yeah.
wild
Well,
throws. Like that
I
touchdown that
mean,
he did
it's
make
his
was like one
first
of those nice
year.
ones. But
It's his
I don't think
first
it's
year
gonna
at
be as
that
hard as I don't think it's gonna
franchise,
be a hard game.
at that team.
I think I'll probably. I mean, I'll think about it now. I mean, I think there might be a dub. Um, but I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I mean, it's hard to
Well, it's
be. It's
gonna
hard.
be.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's hard to be positive right now. I'm pretty
Yeah,
fucking
like I
mad.
was saying, usually after a Seahawks victory, like a Seahawks a win over the Seahawks, I'd be super happy. But all I could feel is like bad for Trey Lance and mad at Shanahan for fucking calling such a bad game. I know we won, dude, but at
I
what
know.
cost? At what cost did
And
we
that's the
did we
thing,
win?
and that's
It's like.
exactly the way that I think I'd say it
And
now.
it's going to be a very interesting week. And the media, the one thing about the Niners, it's always interesting. We're always going to have something to talk about
Like
because
I saw
the
Shannon Sharp tweeted, oh, that guy, he was saying, like, talking to himself that, oh, you should keep. I guess he was saying before to keep Jimmy G. He's like, oh, is it something about that guy that was saying to keep him? He looks a lot better now. Pretty much saying that he was the one saying that.
yeah,
And I was like, look,
I
man,
guess.
you're right. The media is gonna label this in the way of,
Yeah. Well, Trey, I feel
oh,
bad for Trey, dude.
Shanahan is such a smart coach. But nobody, maybe Joy Taylor, because she seems to have Trey's back. She even tweeted
Yeah,
damn for Trey,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, exactly. I
But I
saw
think
that
she's
too.
gonna be like, look, we gotta talk about the way he was being used, and I
Yeah,
don't think anybody's
and
gonna
the
do it.
way
I think Colin
and the way
Cowherd,
Shanahan's
watch
team
Colin
scouted him
Cowherd come
because
on next
he
tomorrow.
wasted 3 fucking picks, man. That's ridiculous,
Like,
you know. That's a bad fucking. That's not doing your job right, you
I
know.
think the only way that the media could probably like turn on the only way that the media could turn on Kyle is if we have a losing season, because then they're gonna be like, well, you had a losing season and you didn't develop your quarterback.
Well, yeah, you know what another thing about Jimmy is? The dude gets hurt. So
He is,
let's see
bro.
it,
We
you know?
talked about that too.
Dude,
He,
let's see what happens. Fucking Shanahan better
we better hope
he's gonna be
Purdy
he's gonna be
Purdy
writing
better
the
be that
safest plays
guy.
everywhere. He's not gonna go on a plane because that doesn't work. He's gonna write trains to the next game and try to see if that works for fucking writing play calls because the plane ones didn't work. So let's see a
Oh man,
train or go ride around in a fucking taxi or something. I
I
don't know
think
in
that's
a trolley or something, you know. But
like I honestly, dude, like that's true. That's true. We talked about
mm,
that. We said, what's gonna happen when Jimmy gets hurt because he is gonna get hurt. He is
well, I
known to
hope he
get hurt.
doesn't.
I was surprised.
I'm not wishing
I'm not
any kind
saying to,
of bad
but
against Jimmy
his
G. You know, the dude.
his history shows he can't go healthy through a season.
Well, yeah. So
He's gonna
let's see what
have to.
happens. You know what? They just like I said before. We've said before on this podcast. The Niners worked out what's his name, Kurt Benkert from the Green Bay Packers. So you might see that in the next few days, maybe within the week, that
All I'm gonna say, and
They're probably going to sign Kurt Benkert.
we'll end it on this note. Is faithful. Let's hope that Jimmy can stay healthy, and he can win us some games. Again, I'm a Niner fan, and I know my brother's a Niner fan. Before any particular player, we're not
Hmm.
fans of players. We're just we like them
Well,
when they're on our team and when they go. We wish them the
yeah.
best. But I'm a fan of the organization before any particular player. So I hope Jimmy can stay healthy and yeah, we could get some wins and hopefully make a run for the Super Bowl and actually at the very least get there. But anything less than that to me and this is my opinion, it's a wasted season. But let's hope he can stay healthy because that first hit that he took coming into the game for Trey, did you see that hit? He took it right on the fucking chest. Sorry, right on the chest. Jimmy,
Garoppolo?
yeah, he got hit. He
I
got
didn't see it.
decked. He got
Yeah.
decked. He got decked pretty hard. I was
I don't
surprised he
know.
got
And
up from that.
the dude is still recovering from his surgery too. You know, it's like, oh my God, Shanahan, you really
This is
fucking
gonna
shit the
be
bed on
one
this.
of the.
It's
I have
gonna
a
be a
feeling.
very interesting week, guys.
Yeah,
Stay
not even
tuned
that. It's
into
gonna be
the Gold
a
Rush
very
podcast
interesting
because
season.
we're very passionate about this shit. And you know,
That's
we
not
get
because we're
angry.
gonna
I
get
get angry
demonetized, bro.
sometimes. Yeah, we get
But
angry sometimes. But you know, whatever.
it's gonna be a very interesting season. And faithful, let's keep the faith. Let's keep it pushing. We got to get behind Jimmy. One of those things that I saw Jesse tweet, yeah, the trade thing sucks and prayers up for him, but let's get behind Jimmy now. He's the quarterback that's
Yeah.
going to be up for this team for the rest of the season. So let's
Let's show the
pray for
let's show let's
let's
show
pray
the
for
Jimmy
Trey.
stands how it's
Let's root for
done.
Jimmy and let's get to see where this goes. But it's gonna be a very interesting season, faithful. I'll say, me personally, I'm gonna prepare myself that this season might not go the way I thought it would. Which again, I was thinking, Trey's gonna be the quarterback and we might miss the playoffs, but now it's a whole different. Like this is completely, some other
Well,
universe kind of thing.
expectations are a little bit higher now. You
Yeah,
know,
they have to be because everybody on the media kept bragging that you got to put in Jimmy because he's the
the
one that
Super
wins
Bowl
games.
window.
And
Listen
let's
that.
see if he doesn't. Oh man, me and my brother will come, if we don't make the Super Bowl, me and my brother gonna come on here. We're gonna trash we're gonna put a list of all those people that kept saying that this is the Super Bowl window and you got to put in Jimmy, and
Yeah.
we're gonna just deck on him.
I'm just gonna bring up receipts. You know, I'm gonna keep those
Exactly.
receipts. You could ours will be right here on the Gold Rush podcast. So stay tuned. You know, check out our next live videos. We're gonna be talking throughout the week. And well, let's go Niners. We got this W. At what cost? It kind of sucks, but let's go. Let's go Niners. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
And,
Look, guys. This is the Gold Rush podcast. I'm Abraham. That's my brother. That's my brother Richie. We're faithful to the end, man. Let's keep the faith. Let's go. We're on to Denver.
Yeah.
And
on to Denver.
Let's get this dub with Denver, and keep Trey in your prayers, whether you're a Jimmy fan or not. But
No,
we'll
you
see
can't
where it
hate
goes,
me.
guys. Look, we're gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy your Sunday. It's a victory Sunday. So
Sorry about all the cussing. I won't cuss that
yeah,
much next time.
if you're underage,
It's
plug your
just,
ears. But anyways, guys, so we're gonna get out of here. We'll talk to you guys sometime during the week. We'll see how it goes.
It's gonna be a very interesting week, guys. All right, guys,
You
we're gonna
want
be
to
out
stay
of here,
tuned.
right?
All right, later,
All right,
guys.
bro. Take us out.